Hey guys, Kirby, I'm here back again for another video, and today we are going to be doing a cubic deck profile. Now the reason why I haven't been uploading too much lately is because I haven't been really too motivated to. And two, I've been working on this cubic deck profile a lot, so that I can get this out to you guys. And also, it's probably one of the best adding Mr. deck profiles out there at the moment. I'm not buying or anything, or doing like any of that. I'm not like 100% sure. I haven't gone to any events or anything like that, but I'm fairly confident that this is one of the better ones, and it has a large hand trap lineup. I know a lot of at least from what I've been seeing, there's some people that just like playing a bunch of like actual traps and adding misters, which I don't see I don't really see is a bad thing. But the thing about that is that you can't really go like during your opponent's first plays or anything unless you just have the Imperum, which we are still running that anyways. I mean, I hope you guys enjoy the deck profile. I worked really hard on this one. Let's get right into it. Start off with the one darn Mari. Thing about this card is that this card you're just dumping because it's basically a card that you'll usually just dump it off of Bururu, which also Bururu ratio might be a little bit conflicting, but I'll talk about it later on why I run 3 instead of just 1 like usual. But this is a great card. You just bring out the Arrival, and if this card's in your grave, you just basically get a free negate, basically. Really great card. Then we play the 3 Skullmeister. I like Skullmeister, at least right now in the format, because like maybe like not even like a couple days ago, I was playing Ghost Bell over this, but I am finding Skullmeister a lot better at the moment because not only can it deal with Drytron, which you could use Ghost Bell anyways and get more variety with like Monster Reborn and all that, which not the most popular card, but it does come up sometimes. But the thing I like about this card is that it can also interact with Tri Brigade early plays, so you can let them jump their 1 card, or if you even want to, you can just let them not jump at all after a kit. So what they do is let's actually bring up the Tri Brigades real quick. So that what they could do is just dump Fractal from hand, dump kit, but then you can immediately negate with Skullmeister. While before, if you were using Ghost Bell, you actually wouldn't be able to do that. And how that would work is that Ghost Bell, I believe, can interact with the very end of the combo, where they can banish. Yes. But the thing about that is that they've already gotten so much presence in there, you've let them get their free Karat. Is that what his name is? I forget what his name is called. I just want to make sure that I actually... Yeah, Kuras, not Karat. They've already gotten their free Kuras, which free special summon from them. They already dumped another card in if they just special summoned them. And it's just, you just don't want that to happen. I like to just get the kid out of the way, and if they just happen to just bring out something anyways, like, I don't know, they already had like another kit or Kuras or Nerval or any of that still in the hand anyways, and then just bring out the Link 2, then so be it. But I just find it very efficient to be using Skullmeisters or Ghost Belt at the moment just for that little interaction with Tri Brigade, and it also works fairly well for other things like you could actually negate a Dunmari, I believe, which is great. Let's see. Some Shadow stuff if you want. There's a few things that you can do. I literally have to get a list of them and then bring them onto this video. I should probably done that. But I just feel like this is good for right now. Then we play the 3 Bakari. No secret, that's one of the better cards in the Agnister archetype. Just lets you search out an Agnister spell. You can search out AI Meet You, AI Reborn, AI Land, though you're not going to be doing too much because they're Link 1. But it's a great card. Allows you to do some crazy plays. And if you already so happen to have one of the spells here, then you could just use Bakari, get the second spell, and then you just have one of each spell, and you can do some crazy stuff up to there because even if you didn't have the AI land, you can just link off Bakari anyways, and then get the Dark Infant, and then you'll have access to adding Mister Land, AI Meet You, and AI Idol Reborn. That's assuming, of course, you had one of the spells in your hand already, but even if you didn't, it's still good to even grab the AI Meet You. Most of the time is what we're grabbing. Though there are times when I'll grab an AI Idol Reborn just because it's great. Two Doyon. I believe this is the regular for him. Thing about him is that he's usually just getting searched off of other means, like during your combo. But there are times where you can just pick him up and go for some other plays. Like I'd say an extremely simple play that you could do is I don't know, play Bururu, dump some kind of adding this or something. We'll say a Chi-Chi, and then link away into the Dark Infant, obviously. And then if you happen to have a Doyon in your hand already, then you can play Doyon then use his effect to bring back the Chi-Chi, and then go off of there. Some, I don't know, Splash Mage or Cyber's Wicked or something. There's a couple things that you can do from there. He's just a little cool tech. You can do a couple things. And then finally, the thing that most people are probably going to be questioning, the 3 Bururu. Now, people usually just say you can just easily search it off. Quite a lot of things that can get searched off of. A Chi-Chi, AI Meet You, let's see, Cyber's Wicked. And yeah, I'm super aware of that. I use those for some combos. The thing about it, though, is that there are boards and stuff to where you can get Picari and Brewer in your hand and you go second. You can potentially just OTK on that turn. Because what you can do off of that board is eventually go up to an Access Code Talker and Light Dragon at the very end of the turn and attack for what will be 5,300 plus 2,300. But when you attack with Access Code, Light Dragon will also activate, and by that time you'll also have Dark Templar in your grave, which means that you can use Light Dragon to recur your Dark Templar and then attack for game there. Those don't always happen when going first, but that's the reason why I like running the 3 Brewer, because if I do end up getting forced to go second and then I just draw kind of both, or get like one with like Signet Mining or something, I could potentially OTK. Which I'll also be showing off 2 combos. One card combo, which is actually from Farfa. So that's a pretty decent one where basically you bring out 4 counter the arrival. Is it even considered counters? Alright. 4 link rating the arrival with Cyber's Quantum Dragon first turn with only a Chi-Chi. That's a good combo. And then the other combo I was talking about, Picari and Bururu 2-card combo. Which also there are some situations where you could use one Picari depending on where it is. If you have like some random, then you can also do the 1-card combo. Those are niche though. I've only pulled them off once, so I'm not even going to mention them really in this video. 3 Ash Blossoms, don't really need to explain too much, just great card, good for interrupting. 3 Chi-Chi, your best normal summon in the entire deck. The 1 Doshin. There's something I want to talk about on the Doshin just real quick. So, I see a lot of people there saying, it don't really matter if you run Doshin or the blue one, whatever it's called. Because there's 2. There's 2 that are exactly like this. The blue one or the earth one. And I don't really like running it too much. It sometimes comes up to where you can use him for like various light scenarios. But you don't absolutely need to run him. But if you are deciding to run him, I highly suggest running the Earthland, just for the fact that it can also be searched off of AI Meet You, at least in this deck, while the blue one cannot, because I have Transcode Talker in this deck. And Transcode Talker can be used to search out Doshin with AI Meet You. Well, I don't think there's literally any 2300 water ones. I have no idea though, don't quote me on it, but I am pretty sure there isn't. And if there is, I don't even know if it would be exactly great to run in this deck. Definitely let me know, but that's a very important thing to keep in mind. It does matter which attribute you choose because the Earth one can be searched out easier. Even though they can both be searched out fairly easy, this one can be searched out more. Then you also got the DD Crows at 3. It's a very great card in this format as well. You can go in, banish a Drytron while they're trying to do some kind of play or something. You can banish the Engage against Sky Strikers. You can banish an Adignister from their grave if you're going against the Adignister matchup, which, pro tip, if you are banishing Adignisters, try not to just go straight for the Doyon banish, because every other one actually counts a lot more, because in the one card combo, at the very end, they very specifically do not want to summon Doyon, because Doyon counts is a dark monster basically. And for the end of the combo at the end, they're wanting to bring out the Arrival, but they've already got Dark Templar. So that's a very big thing to keep in mind. So if you're banishing and adding this to with DD Crow or Called by the Grave or something, then you'll most likely want to banish either the red or green one in most cases. Just most of the time, these ones will come up the most. You can also banish the yellow, but I haven't seen too many of those lately. I've just found that it's best to banish either the red or green one, preferably the red one, because if he comes back, then they can search even more and bring out another green one anyways. Anyway, that's just for the monsters. For spells and traps, AI Meet You. Very great card. It's one of the cards that actually boosts the stack up to actually being very viable, because it's just so good. It can let you basically search any Adignister in the stack. Unless I ran the water one, which I wouldn't be able to search out, but I'm not using it anyways. So I can search out any of the Adignisters because I have the Light 2300, Wind 2300, Dark 2300 as Dark Templar, Fire Phoenix as a Red 2300, and then the Earth 2300 as Transeo Talker, which I've already gone over. So you can search pretty much any of your Adignisters in this deck. The only downside is the fact that you can't activate any effects other than Cyber's Monster, which you don't really care about anyways. Literally, the thing they'll only interact with are your hand traps that you aren't really going to be activating during your turn. Maybe DD Crow, very maybe, but I don't see you using Skullmeister or Ash Blossom anytime soon during your opponent's turn. It could come up. I will say that it can come up, but you won't most likely do it. The 2 triple tactics talents, I like running 2 because I think that 3 is a little bit too much. The problem with running 3 is that you don't even want to draw 2 of these in your opening hand, and if you just so happen to get so unlucky enough to draw all 3 in your opening hand or something, then you're just... It seems good, but it's just the fact that it just bricks your hand so hard. Like, let's say, even just as a little example, if we have 2 triple tactics talents just in our hand immediately, we get, I don't know, Called by the Grave, AI Land, and Dunmari. That has happened to me once, and it's terrible. It's very terrible when that stuff happens. It don't happen a lot, but that's the reason why I only like running 2 of these protected talent, because it's nice to have, but you don't always absolutely need it, especially in certain matchups. The 3 Signet Mining just lets you get to your Adignisters faster. It can let you search for the OTK, or can let you go into the Achichi without any interruptions. Because the thing actually about the Achichi 1-card combo is that you actually need the AI Meet You in the middle of the combo. So you can't use AI Meet You to search Achichi to go for the first turn combo. I was about to say first turn kill. I'm about to be like, wait a minute. But that's the reason why you also want to run silent mining in here, because you can do this and then still do one card combo afterwards. While this, you can't. This is the one monster reborn. Another card that you can drop. I find it very nice to have, though, because there are some times where I'm just like, wow. So I don't have my A Idol Reborn, or I already use A Idol Reborn. I wish I could get another person graveyard, and Monster Reborn can do that for you. Monster Reborn has some very good upsides in this deck. You can, I don't know, use Transcode Talker to bring out a linked Wicked. Then because usually what you'll want to do when you bring out Transcode Talker, bring out Transcode Talker, then activate AI Land to special summon another Ad Ignister, and then activate the Transcode Talker's effect, because it's not on summon when his effect activates. It activates just whenever you want to. Basically, for that, you can basically get the Ad Ignister on the field, your Transcode Talker, the Cyber's Wicked most of the time, because that's usually what you go into. For those times when you have Transcode Talker on the field, you're usually using the Cyber's Wicked and like one other random Ad Ignister to bring it out. And then you can go into some kind of other thing like Dark Templar or something, and then get another Ad Ignister. But the thing about Dark Templar is that sometimes you just don't have another Ad Ignister in your hand. Now, in this combo, most of the time you do, but there are times when you just don't. And what you can do there is use a Monster Reborn or an 8 Idol Reborn, but Monster Reborn, for this example at least, you could summon another Ad Ignister, and then that will give you the combo pieces that you can go into the Arrival and Cyber's Quantum Dragon if you have the tuner in your grave. And that can really help sometimes. And there are also some scenarios where there's sometimes where they just happen to take out the Arrival or something. And there are times when I actually use Monster Reborn just to revive the Arrival, just so that I can pop a card and then get another token, which it sounds extremely niche, but it actually does come up. And then what you can do there is you can use that token to bring out Link Spider, and then use those two to bring out Splash. Or no, you can actually just use the token and the Arrival to bring out the Splash Mage, and then start recovering combo there. Yeah, I don't know why I thought that I needed specifically affect monster or something. And also the Link Spider I will also talk about later. That will also sound like a weird pick, but it's useful sometimes. We got the Reborn. I went over that entire situation with the Monster Reborn, so don't need to talk about that much. Called by the Grave, great for just not getting hand trapped by like an Ash Blossom or Drolling Lockbird or something. Very great. Two Ignister AI Land. I actually used to run one, but then I was realizing when I was playing the game, if that AI land gets banished, the one that I had, then it's just game over. I just have to scoop. Well, if I have two, I can at least still play after the one gets banished. And then the 3 infinite impermanent, because it's great hand trap. So this is a 12 hand trap line, I believe, and a couple more interruptions in it, which I find great. Now on to the extra deck. We have the 3 Cyber's Quantum Dragon. 3, hang on a minute. The 1 Cyber's Quantum Dragon. This is basically what we're going to be going over later on when I show off the 1 card combo, and then I'll show off the second card, the 2 card combo afterwards, which I mainly only use the 1 card combo most of the time anyways. I don't know what I was about to say with that, but very great card. 1 Pegasus is where you're getting your Baru search, and it can also be used for what's it called? The OTK, which is what we do use it for. Then we have 1 Light Dragon. I feel like this is an extremely underrated card, because you can use it to obviously OTK, of course, which is what I also use it for. But there's also a lot of other cool things I can do with this. Like when it I know it don't do anything like bouncing or banishing or going like any past like any destruction immunities or anything like that, which I find kind of sad. But the thing about his destruction effect is that it doesn't target. That's the thing. So you can get out of untargeting effects and all that, which is still really good. And then, of course, when you have another Cyberse monster inflict battle damage, which usually you're using Access Code Talker if you have Light Dragon on the field as well, to attack, then you can special summon another Cyberse monster, which then you'll just summon Cyberse, the Dark Templar. And usually when you're using Light Dragon, you're using it for the OTK, which means that your opponent's board is most likely empty. In which case, that just means that it's 8,000 plus damage, and that's a game. That's why I feel like this is a very underrated card, because there's so much variety I can do with this card. And it also has a little thing to where you can detach one material instead of destroying monster by card effect, I believe. What is it? If a monster you control is destroyed by card effect, you can detach one material from its card. So yeah, that's another thing. It just gives you card immunity as well. Not like literally card immunity, but like it can help. And that's why I find that very underrated. The new Towers, very great card. You can bring this card out extremely easy in this deck. Basically, just the one Achichi and you got it. When you bring it out in the Achichi way, it will have 4,000 attack, which is insanely hard to beat over. Or, especially on a card that's like just unaffected by everything, basically. And can pop a card every turn, which is insane. Though we have Dragoon over here that can pop 2 cards every turn, but still, this is insane. Plus, you get another card off of it, which means that you're still going at the same plus ratio as Dragoon from the effect. Then you have Access Code Talker, that's just crazy good card. Or, if you want, I would not talk about just thinking on what would be the good budget option for this, and honestly, I don't know for this deck specifically, because the way on how the OTK works is that you're using it on well, actually, you could use no, because it won't kill. Yeah, you just need this card in your deck if you're gonna be running. That's because I was thinking maybe Boral Sword or Mechanite Crusade. The problem about Boral Sword is that on the way how you're using this, you're using 2 monsters to link it away, Dark Templar and Wind Pegasus most of the time, and then getting the 5,000 standard attack. And then the Mechanite situation is that you can have you have the materials for it, but you won't be able to OTK. What was I searching up here? I was trying to look up Mechanite. Yeah, I believe, yeah, it's still Cyberse and everything. So yeah, it's a good budget option, but know that most of the time you cannot OTK off of that. Yeah, you absolutely cannot. Or, yeah. I'm making sure. I was trying to do the math in my head with Light Dragon and Dark Templar added on. But if you can't figure out any ways and you can't afford the Access Code Talker, like literally at all, like obviously all of us can't, Mechanite Crusade is another option, I believe. I'm not 100% sure. I should probably research on prices for these. But that's another option that you have. Same with Boral Sword, or just Boral Sword can't be used in the OTK combo. So if you don't have Access Code Talker, you can't use the OTK. And you got the one Transcode Talker. This is used for the 1-card combo and can also be used for amazing recovery if you get stopped early. Because you could just use this just during some kind of random combo and just use that to bring out we're assuming that you got stopped before Cyberse Wicked came out, so you can go into your next turn and use Transcode Talker, bring back Dark Infinite or something, and then bring out Access Code Talker just from that, or if you have more stuff in your hand, you can do some more if you really want. Fire Phoenix, you really only use this card just for the search, but the search is just so good. You never really bring out this card much. And I'm saying much because I brought it out once, but in that same game that I brought it out, I lost anyways. So you're not gonna be bringing this card out too much, just in general. You got the one Dark Templar. Sometimes I see people running 2 of this, which I also ran for a little while. But I just think the one is fine. I never really saw myself bringing out the two unless I was just going for the grind game. Which I feel like this extra deck is just so tight anyways that I just need other cards in it. The one Nightmare Phoenix. This is literally the only non-Cyberish extra deck monster in here, I believe. Yep. Um, and the reason why you want to play this is because this deck loses to Imperial Order. And if they play Imperial Order, you need to get that out of the field. And pretty much the only thing that you can really get out of it is Nightmare Phoenix. The quickest way to get to it is summon a Chi-Chi, search, special summon Doshin, my bad. And then link away for Phoenix and then take it out. That's the quickest way possible. But the thing about that is that it is still possible to do the one card combo off of that. If you have not the one card combo, but like it's not gonna be the one card combo anymore, but you can do the combo off of that still if you have a card in hand anyways. Just keep Nightmare Phoenix in here. You don't really want to take it out because if they just play Imperial Order, you're just done. Splash Mage, you can use this in some combos, but I mainly use this for the grind game. Because depending on situations here, I could use just Splash Mage, special summon random cybers, bring out, I don't know, Transcode Talker, use Transcode Talker, get Access Code Talker out. Yeah, this is mainly used for grind game, but it's still a great card anyways. Cyber's Wicked, this is used for the one card combo. It can also search the Bururu if you need it. One Secure Gardener. You really only use this if you have a bad hand with Link Spider, which is where we come into our man of the hour, Link Spider. I don't really see too many people running this. The reason why I run it is for a Nibiru counter. The thing about the Nibiru counter, it being a Nibiru counter, is that I can link away the Nibiru token. But the reason why I don't really like this running in anything except adding Nisters, because adding Nisters work without the main monster zone. So, well, not exactly like that, but they like their main monster zone empty so that they can activate their AI land. So if you, let's say, did the search with a Chi-Chi, or let's say you're just mid combo, you have like everything out in the field, you just get the Transcode Talker or something, and let's just say they just Nibiru you there. Now you have a Nibiru token out, you can link it away for Link Spider, and in that combo, you would still have some kind of adding Nister in your hand that you haven't used yet from AI land. Like, usually at that point, you have a Chi-Chi or a Bururu. And the thing about that is that once you have that, you can just special summon them onto the field. And then just keep on doing your combo plays. If you have A Idol Reborn, you can straight up just still bring out Dark Templar and then literally just still bring out the Arrival with Cyber's Quantum Dragon anyways, which I find very great. Extremely good recovery for it. But the reason why I play Secure Gardener in here is that if I just so happen that I don't have a good hand or anything after that, when I get nibbed, I could link away that nib token for the Link Spider and then link away Link Spider for Secure Gardener and end. Which is the worst situation for that, but it protects you. And it will help you in the long run. It can also give you another type of Link monster in the grave, which is great for Access Talker, so that you can just banish a bunch into going. Because I don't believe any of these other Link monsters are light. No, it is not. So that's good for keeping you alive, and then if you get to Access Code Talker later, you can also use that as a banish to get another pop on the field. And then finally you have the two Dark Infants. Dark Infant is insanely good in this deck. It's pretty much one adding Nister makes one monster on the field without anything in the main monster zone and an AI land for free. It's actually insane. And the reason why you want to run two is because it has two effects. Basically, one's used at the beginning of the combo and one's used at the end of the combo. So that's pretty much just why you run the two. Because you can obviously use each effect once per turn. But after you facilitate your combo and get your Dark Templar, and if you can get another Agnister in here and you have the tuner engraved, then you've pretty much just made the Cyber's Quantum Dragon slash four link material the arrival or Cyber's Agnister. Which very much, if you just bring that out, it's so hard to break that board. I don't even think that you can Dark Ruler no more the arrival Cyber's Agnister. It'll do it to the Cyber's Quantum Dragon, which will make it a little bit easier, so you can just speed over it. But it just cannot do it to the arrival, which is actually just insane. There's a reason why Towers was banned for a while, and this I don't think this should get banned, but I think this deck does need a limit. I would say the biggest hit would probably be an Achichi going to 1. That would be a super big hit. That's just my hot take on it. Now for side deck, I like running the Gadaria. Now I know people aren't running the Wind Fairy statue as much anymore. At least that's what I've been noticing. The thing about Gadaria, anyways, is that it can still take out stuff like the arrival. For example, you can take this thing out with a kaiju. But it can still do the same thing that kaijus can do, just also take care of the wind statue if it just happens to come up. So you can take this out for game CL so you can beat over it with the 2300s. But I think it's just fine with this. Plus, it's still taking care of the Windberry statue, which I find very nice. 3 artifact lands. Yeah, this is good against a few decks. Obviously, Tri-Brigade for all the banishing stuff. But it can also put a big dent in, God, what's the cards? Like, oh, I don't know why I was thinking of it too hard, but, I know dinos aren't as relevant anymore, but this can also just be used to just fully counter them, especially now that their 1 card's literally just 1 now, which really hurts the deck. Droll Lockbird 3, this is pretty much, in my opinion, good against all the top strategies at the moment. Though I think Tri-Brigade can play through it pretty well. Drytron's been finding out ways to play through it, but there are times where they just kind of have to end there. The Herald Orange Lights can be a little bit annoying. I think Drone Lockbird's still great for it. It can play a dent in a couple Virtual World variants. There's just some things that's going on with it. I feel like it might fall off soon, though, just in my opinion, because let's just face it, most situations Ash is better. Though, in those situations where obviously Drone Lockbird is better, it shines so well it can just turn off turns. And then the funniest card of this side deck, Exchange. It's kind of like the Tech Tart. I believe it was at this LCS very recently. I forget what exactly it is. It was no, it was a Remote Duel Invitational, I believe. But there was an not Agnister deck there, but there was one deck there. I forget exactly which one it was. I wish I could find it again. But they used Exchange to get rid of the hand traps and stuff. And I was thinking this would be very great for the Agnisters. Because you can actually play game 1 of Agnisters. They don't know what you're running, obviously, so you can't side in cards. Because obviously it's game 1. Then game 2, now that they know that you're running Agnisters, they'll play the Nibiru. And I'll actually talk about why I'm not running Nibiru in here, but let's just say that they run the Nibiru. You go into game 2, siding this card out into one of these. What I like doing is putting this card in and replace with one of the 12 hand traps that we play. Mainly because not all these hand traps are going to be great against absolutely every deck. Like, I know there's some decks that Skullmeister is just not going to be useful for at all. And, like, against those matchups, I'll take out Skullmeister, obviously, and then put in the Exchange. Basically, when you use the exchange, everyone knows what it really does. Just kind of just lets you choose a card in their hand, and then they'll choose one in yours. Thing is if you just so happen to have two Achichi and they had the one Nibiru while you use exchange, you just get the one card combo off, as long as they don't have anything else crazy in there. And that's super good for you, and plus you also have a Nibiru on their target in case they pop off. So I find exchange extremely useful for game tubes. And then on for the last couple of cards we're running the two Harpies Feather Duster and one Harpy Feather Duster and then two Cosmic Cyclones. Just to respect the back row heavy decks. I know Subterrors have been going up in popularity a little bit. Mystic Mind's obviously still very annoying, so just to side those in. That's basically the deck. That's basically the entire deck profile. Now, I'll be showing you guys. I'm sure a lot of you guys will click out video now since you already saw the entire deck profile. Even probably just left already, just because you can just look at the cards and be like, all right. But if you guys do stick around here, I'm gonna be showing off two of the combos. Actually, let me just go on to it so that do the unsort thing, just so I can start out with just the Achichi and show off the combo. Just gonna be showing it in this Moki deck, of course. But yeah. I forgot to unshuffle. There we go. I feel like this might be a little bit loud for you guys, so I'll try to mute it. Alright, I'll mute it there. Oh yeah, these guys always use paper. The bots always use paper in here. These we're just kind of showing just the one card combo here. You do is I'll just go through it quickly. You guys can pause the video to see exactly what we're doing at every point, but I'm just gonna go through it quickly because I just want to get through it. Alright, and here I'm going to talk about something here real quick. So in this chain, you'll most likely want to go chain 1 Doyon, and then chain 2 Cyber's Wicked. Because the thing about Cyber's Wicked is that it has a little bit of protection. And so for that, if they try to negate it with a Cyframe driver or something, or Gamma, it's called Gamma. The driver's a normal monster. But if they decide to negate it with that, then you won't lose the Cyber's Wicked off of the negation. While if you used it chain 1 Cyber's Wicked, chain 2 Doyon, then you'll lose the Doyon. So that's just a little tip there. Alright, a little thing here as well. What I like choosing for the attribute because I know the most easy one to choose is water. But if you are just super afraid of messing up like I am, choose divine because there's no way that you can mess up there then. And here you very specifically want to choose the adding misters that are not dark because this is where you're be bringing in the arrival. And if you bring out Doyon, then you have 2 darks. And that is basically the combo. Now, the reason why the Cyber's Quantum Dragon is great here, because the Arrival, you basically just have to beat over it if you want to kill it. Which also, see here, 4,000 attack. If I have 4 it says 0, but that's because it's just based. But it has 4,000 attack. So you just basically have to beat over it, since it's not affected by pretty much everything. But this makes it to where if you control a Link monster, this can be the only one targeted for attacks. And when this card is basically attacked or attacks itself, then it can bounce the monster, basically. And if it is attacking itself, it can also just attack a second time in a row, which is great. Now for that combo, you would usually have 5-card hand. So we just went plus we just went neutral and hand card advantage at least. But in actual advantage and all, we basically did go 8 in card advantage. Not Jesus Christ, not 8. We went +3 in all card advantage, but we went neutral and hand. And best way to take out this board would be to Kaiju, and then take out like a board wipe card, like Raigeki. Like you don't see too much, but like if you Kaiju this and then use like Dragoon or something to take out the other two, then you can do that. So that is the first combo. Now we'll be showing the 2-card combo, which let's see, starting hand 2. For a 2-card combo, which is basically the OTK, you will basically be using Bakari and Baruru. Alright, and actually I'll starting hand 1 and then go second, just so I can show you guys that it does kill. Should probably beat this as well. Spare you guys' ears. And the Moki oh crap, I did not save. That's my bad. Should probably save there. I'm sorry guys. Obviously Moki deck, it's it's kind of bad. Anyway, I just want to show you guys this one real quick. This one's a bit of a different route, but it still works. That's the thing. It still works. Alright, and basically I'm going to explain it here. So what will happen here is you'll summon one Pegasus, activate Baruru, and obviously bring back the Doyon. And the thing about this is that you want to then activate one Pegasus here. What one Pegasus will basically do, from at least this point, will basically destroy 4 of your opponent's back row. And then when you bring out Light Dragon, it will take out 3 of your opponent's front. So just to let you guys know. Then from here, you'll bring out access code by using Dark Templar and White Pegasus. Activate access code. And if you need to pop some more cards, you can pop one more, but you have to use Dark Infant. But if you have like a larger like graveyard and this like later in the game, then you can use more. But do not banish the Dark Templar, because that's how you're gonna bring them back. Because you do the 5,300, and then you'll activate the Light Dragon and bring back the Dark Templar, then attack for game. If you want to, you can banish the Templar just so you can kill with Dark Infant for the meme. But you usually don't want to. Anyways, that is the end of this video. I know it's probably a bit of a longer one, but I wanted to get a good video for you guys on if you guys are trying to play adding this here for the first time and this first deck profile that you've seen, for which I doubt, but yeah, comment down below on how you think, and like and subscribe. I'll try to make more of these deck profiles at least more frequently. I am currently working on another cubic deck profile for you guys, because I know that you guys like that when I made the old one, which I feel is quite outdated now for the new meta. So I am making a new one for you guys. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.